I'm broke but still wanted a car, so any car I could actually afford almost guaranteed not to have a digital screen. But in 2025, that kind of feels essential. I'd never used one of these before, so I didn't really know what to expect. Honestly, I thought it'd be laggy, cheap feeling, and maybe a bit of a gimmick. But once I powered it on, things moved way faster than expected. When the screen came to life, I instantly noticed a clear and responsive display, which is perfect for first impressions. However, I wanted to see how it actually holds up. For me, there was no lag, no flickering, which seems to be a typical problem CarPlay systems tend to have. However, in my own personal use, it just reminds me of a really modern, long iPad with a simplistic and easy to use interface. The 1080p screen stayed clear, and both the passenger and the driver could see the screen without having to stretch our necks to see how long's left on our journey. And while on the topic of using the screen itself, it moves incredibly fast. However, it kind of should, considering the price. Before grabbing this, I was using one of those transmitters which made music sound fuzzy and weird half the time. But playing music through this setup actually felt cleaner. It's almost like the car caught up with the music. One of my favorite additions is that the screen is magnetically detachable just over here. So whenever I'm parking up for the night, I can just throw it in the glove box. It seems small, but when you live in London, it's kinda essential.
Aye, where you from, bro?
It does support both Android Auto and wireless CarPlay, so there's no need to plug in your phone. It just connects. There is actually a mirror link mode, which allows you to link your phone to the screen, but it is a bit of hit or miss if it actually works, for me anyway. This is the adjustable arm which comes with the screen, and honestly, it's really good. It's durable, you can extend it, as well as the fact that when you tap the screen, it doesn't wobble all over the place. It's something that's really secure and something that's definitely gonna last quite a while. While talking about other things that came in the box, it did also come with a reverse camera. I didn't install it because I didn't need one. However, it is a nice touch that they added it, and for anyone that needs a screen and a reverse camera, this really might be the product for you. More than 3 weeks in now, it feels less like an additional gadget and more like something that comes with the car, because it literally turns on once my car does. And it's to the point now where if I'm driving someone else's car and they don't have a screen, I honestly consider taking this with me. It's become that essential in my life now. The screen stays clear in sunlight, though on brighter days, I did catch a few reflections, really reducing the visibility of the screen to the point where I needed to change my head angles a bit. Although it didn't happen often and only happened when the sun was really beaming, which honestly isn't likely in the UK. That said, I've been using voice controls much more, particularly for sending messages, and it's come out fairly well. Even on phone calls with this device, I've been told the mic is really clear and people can understand me quite well.
Mic test 1 2 3, mic test 1 2 3.
And while talking about great things about this system, I love how the applications automatically load to it. And when they're on, they work seamlessly with no issues. However, when you're in somewhere with low service or low bars, the apps kind of move a bit crazy to the point where you would just get a black screen or weird screen that would half load. You get one side but not the other side. To be fair, it is pulling live data, so it kind of makes sense why it's a bit dodgy, but it's just something you need to be aware of. The only real quirk with this device is the cable length. The cable length is crazy long, to the point where I need to dash the excess cable in the passenger footwell. And when people sit down in the passenger seat, they gotta make sure not to hit the cables or whatever. It's just a whole lot of effort, when the cable could have realistically just been a bit shorter. Price-wise, it's also in a really awkward zone. It's definitely not cheap enough to be called budget. However, it's just below the threshold I would say is a premium device. I would recommend this device. It does what it says it needs to do, and it does it really well. Although the price is a bit higher than most alternate ones that you can find on Amazon or Temu. This one does it so well, it kind of justifies the price. However, if you really are looking for a budget one and you can put up with the lag and the dookie microphone, probably a couple of these would suit you more. However, if you've got a bit more of the mullah, a bit more of the dough, I would definitely recommend splurging out and going for something that is going to be incredibly reliable and get the job done right. But anyway, it's been your boy Mr. K. Like, subscribe, support the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.